How many ad groups should you have? This is a very common question that I get, especially from Google advertisers that are trying to figure out how to build their Google Ads account. In respect to actually building the account, how many ad groups should you really have? And this is something that I really struggled with as a junior, trying to build my own Google Ads campaigns, trying to figure out how many I need to be successful and what should be an actual ad group. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how to determine how many ad groups that you really need, because at the end of the day, I don't mean to sound dismissive or anything, but really the answer to how many ad groups you should have is really just depends. It depends on the service line and what you want to advertise. So I'll show you an example. But if you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm the founder of Level 28 Media, and I help local service-based businesses generate leads from Google Ads. So if you're spending at least $2,000 a month and you are looking for an audit or managed services, check out the link below, and I'd be more than happy to have a consultation with you. Now let's go and take you through how to determine how many ad groups you should have. Let's take you through my first example here, and this is in respect to a dentist. Let's say you are a dentist. You offer multiple services. You're just a general practitioner of a dentist. You offer multiple different services at your practice, such as teeth cleaning, teeth whitening, implants, crowns, veneers, Invisalign. The services that you offer and that you want to promote should be your ad groups. So that's how I would go about determining what should be your ad groups. Your campaign would be dentist. You would set a specific budget at the campaign level, and then you would have ad groups specific to the services. However, if you wanted to have specific budget going towards implants and you wanted a higher percentage of the budget going towards implants, then you would want implants as its own campaign. Does that make sense? So if you wanted everything under one budget, then it would be set up this way. But if you wanted a specific budget for each ad group, you cannot set budgets at the ad group level. You have to set budgets at the campaign level. So you would need to break this into its own campaign. So that's how I would explain it. Just to make things really simple, you would just go based off of how many services you want to offer. That's the first example that I have for you. The second example that I have has to do with bankruptcy attorney. Similar way to think about it. How many ad groups should they have? Well, their campaign is bankruptcy attorney, and they have 4 different services. They offer Chapter 7s, Chapter 13s, Chapter 11s, and also debt consolidation. So these can be all in their own specific ad groups. However, if you wanted to have a specific budget going towards one specific ad group, then you would break them out into their own campaign. So the way that I would have you think about the ad groups is breaking them out by the services that you want to offer, and then you would want to have ads specific to teeth cleaning, ads about teeth cleaning, and then here, ads about teeth whitening, and so forth. You would just follow the same structure down as you are building out your campaigns. The problem is if you put all of these specific services under one ad group, you're not going to be able to have an ad that speaks only to teeth cleaning, only to teeth whitening, only to implants. You're going to just have to write one generic ad, or your implant ad might serve when someone's looking for teeth whitening. So to make things as simple as possible, you're going to want to break it out, ads about implants and so forth. So that's how I would go about determining how many ad groups you should have. I would not recommend you to really overthink it. This is really not as complicated as you might think it is. And a great hack that I would recommend is actually just going to your website. And I just found a local dentist near me, and just using that as an example, under the services tab, if you have a service tab, or you've listed out your services somewhere, which if you haven't, you need to. But essentially under the services tab, under here, just decide which services you want to promote. And these can be either their own ad groups, if you want them all under the same budget, or if you want separate budgets for each one of these, then you can have them as their own campaigns. But typically what I find with dentists and a lot of small business owners is they'll keep everything under one campaign and they'll have one ad group for every service. So that's a hack. Go check out the services tab on your website. If you're doing lead gen, you better have a services tab. And then based off of that, that will help you determine how many ad groups. And of course, not every service you want to promote, of course. So whatever service you don't want to promote, don't include as an ad group. So that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. If you have any more questions about ad groups, please leave them in the comments below. I hope that I was able to clear up some confusion that you may have had about ad groups. And I am also happy to give you my feedback if you are also looking to build out your campaign. So yeah, feel free to leave a comment below and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.